innovation, resilience, agility. It's how Michigan businesses work together and continue to build the future. Our expertise, talented workforce, and collaborative environment are making a difference now and shaping the future. Join us and make your mark where it matters. Visit michiganbusiness.org/radio to put your plans in motion. That's michiganbusiness.org/radio.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, presenting Live Day on Tuesday, November 20th at the Snoqualmie Casino. Yeah, Live Day is back. And that's, you know how that goes. Our show, The Men's Room, completely live. And yes, for the second year in a row, you are invited. Yeah,
Do it live!
Do it live, baby. We want you to be part of our live studio audience. And you know how Live Day goes. Everything from sound effects to commercials to music. There is nothing pre-recorded. The cool thing, as Steve has mentioned, local bands come and do some our favorite KISW songs.
And they also get to perform one of their songs, too. So it's a great chance to get exposed to some new, great local bands that are playing around in your own backyard.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. So everything will be live. Our buddy Craig Gass is going to join us. Of course, we have Malcolm, the big boy voice. We fly him up to have him do all his stuff live. Tickets are on sale right now. You want GA? You want the premium experience? You know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Mix.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Mix. And it's time to turn down for tacos.
Turn down for what?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, get your pre-Halloween tacos.
Woo!
I don't know what that means, but you'll get tacos before Halloween.
I think, is it Taco Bell? Somebody has chocolate tacos for dessert.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, it's so good. I don't know who it is.
Oh, man, was that TD Taco Del Mar? Or They do have them at Taco Bell. It's called the Choco Taco.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So you can get it. So you can do that on this Tuesday, getting your tacos.
Yeah, what if you just got a bunch of those and handed those out to the kids for Halloween?
Oh, you'd be the best guy ever.
Right?
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Isn't there ice cream in those?
So?
Oh, it might melt.
They might melt by the time they get back to their house.
Well, they should eat them on the way.
Point. Yeah, that's a good point. So maybe hold off on that one.
I'll have them in the freezer, and they can eat them on the way. They need a little treat.
Hey, kids, come into my house and get some tacos out of the freezer. That sounds really a great
Not a problem at all, is it?
Let's get to our contestant today. We got James in Auburn. James, are you there, sir?
I'm here.
Excellent. What's he playing for today, Steve?
Tickets to the Seattle International Auto Show, which is happening November 9th through the 12th at CenturyLink Field Event Center. Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want tickets, they're available at SeattleAutoShow.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, James will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. James, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Also a type of dance. What word represents the letter T in the military phonetic alphabet?
Pass.
In what sport does a participant perform a Lutz, axle, and camel spin?
Pass.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight is a song from what Disney animated movie?
Aladdin.
No.
Pass.
Who was the 42nd president?
George Clinton or Bill Clinton?
Bill Clinton, yes. Which desert is located in northern Africa?
Pass.
Who directed Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Pass.
What mythical bird dies in flames and is reborn from the ashes?
Can you repeat that?
What mythical bird dies in flames and is reborn from the ashes?
Pass.
Tom Holland played which superhero in Captain America's Civil War?
Never mind.
Pass.
Ah, well, you passed your way to one correct.
Wow.
James, I am impressed by your lack of knowledge of everything. I have to say, you know,
These are kind of all over the place. There was a good
That's what I'm saying.
potpourri of questions.
yeah, they were all over the place, and James knew none of it. I thought we'd hit one of his sweet spots. Apparently, we didn't.
Well, James, don't call us. We'll call you.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I mean, when I say turn down for tacos, don't turn.
James,
that
you want to
low.
hang on the line, or should we save your cell phone bill? What do you want to do? Because you're not going to win. I just so how do you want to play this, buddy? Oh, he's gone. All right, there you
He
go.
left. All right, yeah.
What the hell happened?
Well, James did not do as well as he was hoping. Or anybody else. So I'd say probably the texters are giving him a bunch of crap right now.
What world is this guy from? From Shane and Chehalis? OMG, this guy sucks. Who picks these guys?
Hey, they all call in. It's
He was
totally
about
random.
to crush him.
Yeah. So,
What a waste of a caller.
well, just think.
Wow,
Everyone
people
out
are-
there, get ready because you can get those tickets.
People are harsh, man.
Steve, are you?
I walked in on you going, hey, maybe you want to save yourself some cell phone time and hang up the
I was
phone.
trying to be nice to the guy, because we usually keep people on hold, but
That's
the chance of them
backhanded.
winning, he's not going to win.
But who really is paying for minutes these days? Hasn't everyone got unlimited?
I hope so.
With James, I don't know. I can't make any assumptions with James.
Solid point, apparently.
Are you ready, Steve?
Oh, yeah!
Also a type
Don't
of...
smoke before you call in.
Yeah, that is true.
That might have been a wake and bake situation.
Also a type of dance. What word represents the letter T in the military phonetic alphabet?
Trot.
No.
Tango.
Yes.
That's it.
In what sport does a participant perform a Lutz, axel, and camel spin?
Figure skating.
Yes. Can You Feel the Love Tonight is a song from what Disney animated movie?
Debbie Does Dallas.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Crap Babysitters.
No.
That's a great Disney movie.
Frozen.
No. At least you got one there. Who was the 42nd
Aladdin.
president? No.
Bill Clinton.
Yes.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Which
Yeah.
desert is located in northern Africa?
The Mojave.
No.
The Sahara.
Yes.
Nice.
Who directed Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Steven Spielberg.
Yes. What mythical bird dies in flames and is reborn from the ashes?
I have it tattooed on me. A phoenix.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, correct.
One of these arms.
Tom Holland played which superhero in Captain America Civil War?
Captain America.
No.
Tom Holland was Doctor Strange.
No.
No.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Nice.
Carnegie Hall is located in what city?
New York City.
Yes. According to superstition, crossing the path of what animal is considered bad luck?
Black cat.
Yes. And Steve, you get 9 correct and you win.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you add them all together, you get 10 total.
Yeah.
He got only one.
He got one.
Only one,
Yeah,
right.
He got one. He knew Bill Clinton after he said George Clinton.
Yeah.
These weren't that hard.
No, they weren't.
That's why the
That's
text.
why the textures and BJ and everyone in the room are.
I would love to know what his expertise of knowledge is. I mean, he must know something.
Somebody says James should go play Big Dummy on the men's room.
Yeah, he would have done really well there. I still really love the fact that he said, as our 42nd president, he first said George Clinton.
Well, George would have been a good president.
Parliament's a pretty awesome
That's a
group.
great group, but also not presidential. He did get Bill Clinton there, though.
Yeah, he got it.
The only one you missed was Can You Feel the Love Tonight, which is from
Mickey Mouse.
Lion King.
The Lion
That's it.
King.
Yeah.
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 Where two lions bang.
Oh, yeah, they're doing it then, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's implied.
Oh,
Yeah, they're looking at each other lovingly, and then, do you feel the love tonight, please?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, sure. All right, Vicky. I know.
Like,
Seriously,
do it.
I don't need to be thinking about
lion
lions.
sex.
Somebody's texted in saying my 4-year-old beat that guy.
Good on the 4-year-old.
Oh, well.
And congratulations, Steve. You won with 9 correct.
That means caller number 9. You're checking out the Seattle International Auto Show. Caller number 9, 206-421-ROCK. If you didn't hear yesterday, Steve's a very happy boy because KISS announced their tour dates, and they are coming to Seattle.
They're going to be at the Tacoma Dome on February 2nd, which is a Saturday night, baby.
Yeah, which
Tickets
is
go on sale this Friday.
What a weekend that's going to be. Saturday night before the Super Bowl. So you've got the KISS at the Tacoma Dome on Saturday. Then you get to watch the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, we hope, on Sunday, the 3rd of February.
Be a lot of winning.
Yeah, a lot of winning. Of course, this is the end of the road farewell tour, and they're saying final tour forever. That's it, done. And Paul Stanley, he's here telling us why they made the decision to finally hang it up.
I think we reached a point where it seemed the ideal time, not because it's a bad time. Most bands go through farewell tours because they hate each other or they stink. And we're at the top of our game. But we also realize that we can only be this good for so long. If we were out on stage in T-shirts, we could play into our 90s. But we're carrying 40 pounds of gear. We try to make it look effortless. It's hard work, but we love what we're doing.
I love Paul Stanley. He's the most humble rock star I've ever listened to doing interviews. But for some reason, I still love the dude. He's unapologetically into himself and his band.
Yeah.
He's not. He will be the first to let you know that they're the greatest thing in the world.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, he's still... I every time I listen to interviews with him, when you get past that kind of grandiose kind of statements that he makes, he seems like a good dude.
Yeah, you have to have a little bit of that, that kind of ego if you're going to be as successful as one of the front men for KISS. You're going to have to be that way.
No, I don't think they're at the best. What do you say?
You don't think the top of their game? You don't think so?
I saw him with Def Leppard, and it was great. If it was my first time seeing KISS, I would have been like, that is amazing. But I mean, I've seen them a few times, and that wasn't them at their best. You could tell the years are starting to catch up on them. It's not the end of the world. It wasn't like they put on a bad show. It wasn't like watching Vince Neil trying to struggle through Motley Crue songs, I mean, Paul still has a great voice, but you could see that he's getting older. His voice isn't getting any younger. Yeah. And he's doing a good job, but I wouldn't say that they're at the top of their game.
And there may be something to what he says. If he's got 40 pounds of gear on him, I mean, good for him, because he's in his, 60s trying to figure that out?
I forgot about that. Yeah, the fact that they are lugging on these giant stage, the stage gear is ridiculous. The boots, the whatever, the cod piece that Gene Simmons has got is probably at 20 pounds in itself.
Yeah, that's so. You know what? I got to give him credit for that, because I didn't think about that either, Steve. I didn't realize it had that was that much weight to their costumes.
And he's got incredible energy on stage. So I mean, I would imagine that he's thinking, I just can't keep jumping around. I mean, he does do a lot of movement during their performance. Gene's a little bit more stoic. He kind of rocks back and forth, but Paul's all over the place. And if he's got all that gear, I can't imagine that that's getting any easier for a guy who's getting older.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, folks talk about when you see the Rolling Stones, it's like, how are these guys still doing it? I forgot about the gear, which means for KISS to be able to do this tour, that is pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very amazing.
He's 66 years old.
Yeah, 66? Dude, if I'm 66, I'm lucky if I can lug myself around, let alone all that gear as well, and then jump around on stage with the energy required to do shows. And then what? I mean, show after show? There's a couple of shows. I mean, most of their shows are relatively close to each other.
Yeah, they might have maybe a day off here and there, but when they go on tour, they go full throttle. Yeah. I mean, they want to make as much money as humanly possible.
Well, Paul is talking about this upcoming tour, which, by the way, Steve, whether you agree or not, they're at the top of their game, buddy.
KISS doesn't know how to fade away. We need to go away and explode. So this is going to be a supernova. This is going to be the biggest show we've ever done. And it's more than a concert. It's really a night for people to relive with us everything we've been through.
He really is. I mean, he is just like drinking the Kool-Aid of his own band.
Dude, this sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been to a KISS show, and I totally want to go to this.
Are you going to go?
Yes.
Nice.
Plus, it's in Tacoma. I mean, that's perfect for me.
That's why he's going to go. It's like, he has to travel too far.
And it's Saturday? Yeah.
He doesn't have to travel. It's a Saturday. Oh, yeah, Rev will go.
I hope, and obviously they're not going to Peter or Ace. You're going to have Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer playing the parts of Peter and Ace, which is fine. I'm not going to get all worked up about this for their final tour. But I hope they start busting out some songs that they don't typically do in past tours. I mean, a lot of times they stay away from the stuff that was written and recorded after they took the makeup off for that period of time. I mean, they put out some good songs. If you're a KISS fan, I mean, maybe in the eyes of other people it's all crap, but I'm a fan of KISS, so I like a lot of their stuff. But they put out some cool stuff when they didn't have the makeup on. It'd be kind of fun to see them do those songs live. I've never seen them do them live.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
they only do makeup era KISS songs.
Oh, wow.
So like Lick It Up. All right, let's put the X in sex.
And they don't do that.
No.
And do you now you're a fan, do the makeup fans not like that stuff? Is that why they don't do it? Or is it just they feel like, you know what, we do makeup with makeup?
I don't know. I think if you're a KISS fan, you would enjoy anything. But
that's what I would expect. If a song's a good song, what do I care? As a matter of fact, it'd be kind of cool to see the non-makeup songs done in makeup.
Because when they took the makeup off, they were doing the makeup songs. It's not like as if they didn't touch the makeup songs.
Good point.
Some weird stuff going on, man. I mean, I'm sure they have such a huge discography of songs, so maybe they're just thinking, you know what, people are coming to see us with the makeup on. It's a nostalgia trip. We should really stick with the songs that we wrote while the makeup was on.
Well, now, I don't know. I guess you could see set list. Will they do different songs in different places?
More often than not, no.
No, so it's always the same show.
Maybe this go around, they might change one or two songs, but I remember the last time when they did the White River Amphitheater that I saw them with Def Leppard. I like paying attention to the set list to see what they do the night before and the night before that and so on and so forth. And it was exactly the same, which I get. There's a lot of pyro. There's a lot
of... right.
You know what I mean? Like, you have a set thing going on because it's a stage production. It's not just a band in T-shirts performing.
Yeah, that's that will be cool to see that. I mean, really, I think Rev's got a good point. I mean, this is your last opportunity to see just this ridiculously produced, unbelievable show.
A few people are texting saying I've seen them and they do Lick It Up, so it sounds like they are starting to do stuff. Another person says they did a lot of the 80s music now as well, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going out, you might as well give us all the stuff that we are fans of.
Now, a lot of people are thinking that this is just a money grab and it will not be their final tour.
It's not a money grab. This is for us, the fans.
Oh, is that
a chance to celebrate their music, BJ?
Oh, okay. You're right. I don't know why I would ever think of that. And as a matter of fact, I probably thought of that because I went to kissonline.com and you can pay for this. I'm surprised that Gene is actually making a comment without charging us, but here he is talking about this being their final tour.
For anybody who thinks that this is not the last tour, there are people who believe the earth is flat. That's okay. The flat earthers. Believe what you want to believe. We want to go out on top. To those of you who are surfers, why would you settle for just a regular wave when you can get on a tsunami? Once you've been up there, go out in glory.
And break your neck.
I want to read this one.
It's right here.
These guys.
I am in on this tsunami, man.
Two of them are awesome.
Yeah, they are. They really are. I mean,
no wonder why Peter and Ace needed a couple of shots of alcohol like these two.
Yeah, they really. But that's what you want from people talking about Kiss representing Kiss. You want that, and you don't want that to end. You always want them to be just like that. If Gene and Ace were different, I think it would just not be the same. They've got to be like that.
It was funny. I listened to him on Chris Jericho's podcast, and they did a nice little in-depth conversation about the solo records that Kiss put out. Because, there was that period of time where each one of the bands did their own solo records, but they put them on the same day, and it was kind of a big deal. All of them met their solo stuff, and he doesn't pull any punches saying how bad Gene's solo record was, and Peter's solo record was terrible too. And then he was talking about Ace's, like, I was pleasantly surprised. You could tell he was trying to prove something. And then Chris, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but he was just like, hey, so what about yours? Did you have something to prove? He's like, no, everyone knew I was great. So, I mean, I didn't have anything to prove. I just continued to be great. I'm like, don't ever change Paul Stanley.
Yeah, that is so great. Oh, that is so great.
So we're riding that tsunami, huh, Rev?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you right
Absolutely.
now. We're talking about, of course, Gene Simmons and Kiss and all that. And how about one of the most popular R&B singers of all time just shared an awesome story about how she was once Gene Simmons of Kiss for Halloween. You're going to hear from her at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. W Magazine interviewed some celebrities about their favorite childhood Halloween costumes. Andrew Garfield, who used to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He talks about how he once was Spider-Man as a kid.
Well, my first was Spider-Man when I was 3.
Oh, it was?
My mum made a felt Spider-Man costume. But then, remember Rainbow Bright?
Yes, of course.
So I think the first costume, which was like a last-minute thing, I played Twink in Rainbow Bright when I was 2, I think, before the Spider-Man costume, which was basically kind of like a white garbage bag with with whatever Twink was. It was pretty pathetic.
It is odd.
What's Twink?
Furry. Yeah, a little fuzzy like cloud almost.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because, I mean, I come from a generation where we had to DIY a lot of costumes because our parents wouldn't go out and buy the ones you could buy at the store because they were expensive.
We had the cheap, what was that Ben was it Ben London or what?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like that cheesy, crappy plastic mask with the garbage bag of a pullover suit.
Yes, those were the ones that were too expensive for my generation. We all wanted those back in the day. That company that made those cheapies because they they looked like they were official at least.
Yeah, I remember my earliest memory was, speaking of Kiss, who we were talking about earlier. I was Peter Criss.
Yeah,
and my buddy was Space Ace, so he was Ace Frehley. But I mean, it was just a bad mask with a little string, like an elastic string to hold it onto your head, and then a really awful pullover thing. And we thought we were the coolest.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I always envied guys like you because we had to DIY my stuff. Didn't get to do it. Here's Nicole Kidman talking about what she remembers, for Halloween costumes.
Well, Halloween's not a big thing in Australia. It's becoming bigger, but so I didn't really grow up with it. But my first memory of Halloween was because I was born in the States. I remember wearing a ghost, a sheet that my mum made with the eyes cut out. And I just remember looking through the eyes of the sheet and seeing candy as we held our hands out. And I must have been about 3 then. So that's my first memory of Halloween, wearing a sheet.
I think all of us at one point were a ghost, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You guys were never ghosts, so you just took a sheet and poked a couple holes in it?
No,
never.
Yeah, like I wouldn't get a whooping for cutting my mom's sheets.
Well, it was like the sheets that were going to go in the trash anyway.
No, we save everything.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that was DIY time. I wonder if anybody in Vicky's generation and Danny's generation ever had to DIY anything as little kids, or you just bought the costume. We did for Sarah and Joe.
We did. The only thing that I ever did like DIY was a vampire cape, and that was a trash bag.
Uh-huh.
But that was the most. And then my mom bought makeup for it still, so I had like the white makeup going, but I just had like a trash bag.
Yeah. And it was Ben Cooper. That was the name of the brand.
Oh, the Ben Cooper brand. Yeah, I know. They were the cheesiest costumes.
And looking at them, basically, I'm looking at a Wonder Woman Ben Cooper mask, you basically look like a blow-up doll.
Yeah, you did.
These are like the faces that they use on blow-up dolls.
Oh, no.
Yeah, is Ben Cooper making blow-up dolls, too?
I wonder if he just made the transition.
Ben Cooper brand.
You're right, dude. That's because they had to have the mouth open to give you the slit to breathe through.
Yep.
But that, unfortunately, the Wonder Woman, mask looks like a blow-up doll.
Look at the Sergeant Slaughtered Ben Cooper Halloween mask.
Yeah.
$25 on eBay.
And they were just so expensive back then in the 60s and late 70s and early 70s. We just couldn't afford them. Mary J. Blige, like you, Steve, she once dressed up as Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Oh, you are not going to believe this. My favorite Halloween costume. Remember Kiss, the rock and roll band Kiss? I was the guy with the tongue hanging out his mouth like this. And my sister and I, we used to fight over who was going to be the guy with the tongue. And I wanted to be the guy with the tongue.
I like this. You don't even know his name.
Yeah, the guy with the tongue. I don't know his name.
Remember that guy with the tongue?
Remember that band Kiss? I don't know. They're still not around. Thank you, Mary.
Well, it's not on her radar.
It's definitely not on her radar. She doesn't even know Gene's name. Oh, man, that is awesome.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So W Magazine interviewed some celebrities about their favorite childhood Halloween costumes. We're asking, how about you? What was your favorite childhood Halloween costume? 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. Your calls, your texts after Lincoln Park on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. W Magazine interviewed some celebrities about their favorite childhood Halloween costumes. Andrew Garfield actually was dressing up as Spider-Man as a kid.
Mary J. Blige was the guy with the tongue from Kiss.
The guy with the tongue.
She calls him.
Yeah, didn't even know his name. You remember that band Kiss? Yeah, well, anyway. Yeah.
Anyone takes this. Remember that singer Mary J. Blige? I don't.
Yeah. Oh. Sick burn.
You don't have shots fired at Gene Simmons.
That's right. Now, what about you? What was your favorite Halloween costume? 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. Let's go to Johnny in Puyallup. Johnny, you are on The Rock.
Morning, fellas.
Morning, buddy. What you got for us?
So back when I was about 10 years old, it was kind of a last-minute deal. My friends and I decided to go trick-or-treating, but I didn't have a costume. So I looked in our closet and saw that my dad's old Army gear was in there. He was a Vietnam veteran. He was drafted. And so I decided to put that on. It was kind of funny because it was so baggy on me. It didn't look real at all, but, I was just really happy wearing it. And, it's a good feeling now that I did that because my dad passed away suddenly when I was 20. And they found out it was kind of due to complications from Agent Orange exposure. So it was kind of a nice memory to have.
Yeah, damn, dude. So many people. That Agent Orange was nasty. It's so many people. Yeah, but it's nice that you have that memory, man. It's definitely cool, and especially when you can dress up as a legit soldier. It's like if somehow you have the stuff when you're a little older, and I like the legit stuff as opposed to the Ben Cooper.
Ben Cooper's creepy and awesome, man.
Yeah.
One person says my favorite costume when I was a kid was when I went as a construction worker at 4 years old because my dad was a construction worker and I got to be just like him.
Aww.
That's pretty cool.
That's nice. Let's go to Sarah in Centralia. Sarah, you are on the rock.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Sarah. How about you? What was your favorite childhood Halloween costume?
When I was about 5 or 6, my mom dressed me up as a Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I had like a red sparkle fabric that she bought and just kind of sewed it up the side, strapless dress, and then we stuffed like socks for boobs, because she had big boobs.
So she really went all out with that.
Yeah, I actually won a Halloween costume contest, like $50. It was like, I'm 31 now, so it was a while ago, so it was a lot of money back then.
I wonder if you could do that to your kid anymore. Like, could you really dress your kid up like Jessica Rabbit today? I think that you'd probably be arrested.
Right, yeah, I had like red hair and everything, like a red wig and big old boobs, and it was pretty hilarious.
It's cool you won the costume costume contest. I mean, she did a good job with that.
Yeah, and it was a DIY costume, so it probably cost her a few dollars. So
yeah. Damn. I mean, that's the cool thing, when the costume that gets DIY looks so good.
Right.
Mine, I was a big Lost in Space fan, but we didn't have any cash to be able to buy the Ben Cooper.
Right.
So I tried to do my own. I got the fish
pictures of this.
I know, dude. We didn't take enough, but I think my parents were embarrassed because I just got like a cardboard box, and I got a couple of like little plastic horseshoes for the claws of his hand. Aww. And I wore a gray shirt, and I had a fishbowl on my head. And my family was like, "You are an idiot. You don't even think that." It was such a poor man's robot outfit, but I loved the character so much, and they wouldn't buy the Ben Cooper because we didn't have the money. So I was like, well, I'll do it myself, because I was like, I can't wait till one day where I can buy my own Halloween outfit.
You should become that for this Halloween.
Yeah. I should. If they had one, I think I would be willing to dress up
like that. There's eBay for a reason. I bet we could find one.
Or either that. Look, I know Paul Allen just recently passed away, so I think his family will let me borrow the robot that he had. He's got his own robot.
Yeah, why don't you run that by them, see how they take it?
Say, come on.
Yeah, just climb right inside of that and see how that works. Slide into the Allen family's DMs.
Let's go to Jared in Tacoma. Jared, you are on the rock.
Hey, morning, guys.
Morning, Jared. How about you? What was your favorite childhood Halloween costume?
Well, my mom always did great costumes for me when I was a kid, and always used cool stuff to do it. And one year, since Halloween's around Kiwi football season, I used my football pads and my shoulder pads and everything, and she dressed me up as Frankenstein. But it looked awesome because I was all hulking out because of the football pads.
Oh, that's awesome. That is really cool. I hadn't thought about that, but that's a good looking hulked out Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, I had the blazer over it, got the bolts on the neck, painted green, all kinds of stuff. It was awesome.
That's cool, man. No, those Universal monsters, man, lately, I mean, they've tried to bring it back in some movies. I don't know which one they tried to make. I think it was The Mummy. They did one of them, and they just didn't hit well. But Frankie's a classic.
One person says, when I was 6 or so, I had my mom shave my head with a razor, and I went as Jay Buhner. He was my hero back in the day.
That's awesome.
Nice. Buhner buzz cut, baby.
That is so awesome.
I tried that when I wanted to be Road Warrior Hawk. And I did the makeup, wrestling guy, obviously. But his hairstyle was a reverse. It was like an inverted mohawk. So it was like these 2 strips of hair. So we didn't have hair clippers back then, but we had dog hair clippers. So I shaved my head.
No, you did not.
And of course, trying to do it yourself does not go well. But I thought it was pretty awesome. I had the inverted mohawk, just like Road Warrior Hawk.
How old were you?
Man, maybe 27. No, I'm kidding. A kid. I don't know. Maybe 10 or 11. I don't remember.
It's one thing to get dressed up for Halloween, but then you see your kid who's like 10 or 11, and he's just shaving his head in a weird way with dog clippers. I'd be like, what is wrong with you?
Well, Mom didn't come home until I was already done. And had the makeup on, had the hair. She was not happy.
I can imagine.
She went up there and shaved the rest of... Yeah, that's the hairstyle right there.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's basically like 2 landing strips on the top of your head. Like the ladies kind of landing strips, you know what I mean?
And your mom wouldn't let you go out of the house looking like that?
No, she shaved the rest of it off.
What mom wouldn't love that?
Was pissed. And of course, this is back in the day when you don't have cell phones, so I wish I had a picture of it.
Oh, dang, dude. At least she could let you go out and then shave it off.
She was embarrassed.
I feel like with your growing pattern on your hair, on your head, I feel like you could grow it out now and do it.
What if I just did that? That's my look from now on.
Oh my God, please.
Please.
Yeah,
please.
definitely, dude. Come on.
It is Road Warrior Hawk that provides the rock voice that you hear on the radio here.
Okay, well then that's even better.
It's just I just blew Uncle Chris's mind. He didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Sergeant Hair Club, $500 got him to do that before he passed away. Best money spent ever.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, so he's always heard on the radio station, which is kind of a cool. I remember we interviewed Road Warrior Animal and we told him that. He was stoked about that.
That's it. Well, dude, what are you doing? I mean, how are you not? You got to, in honor of Road Warrior Hawk, you have to do that.
My wife doesn't even like it to have a beard. Do you think she's going to be okay with me having 2 landing strips on the sides of my head? I do want to get some action every once in a while.
Exactly.
That's what beanies are for, man.
Isn't that why you do it, for action?
She does like me in beanies.
Yeah.
Just wear it all the time.
But I feel like if you're going to do that hairstyle, you got to go full mustache, too.
Yeah.
That'll really pass over in the Miggs household.
It kind of has a Tom Selleck
That's like
vibe.
later day Hawk. I don't like that look.
Are you going to do the face paint too? Please.
Of course, every day?
Yes.
Yeah. Sure. For you, Rev.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
I like how it's everything but the actual awesome physique that he was in.
Yeah, you don't need that. Don't worry about that.
We're trying to be realistic here.
Me on a bender.
Yeah, exactly. We can get the face and the head done, but the body, we're going to ignore that.
What if I just started getting into like a cycle? Start doing some roids, just like I look like Road Warrior Hawk.
Listen, if you know what, that's method acting, my friend. If you want to go full into the park, go right in. Go for it. Do whatever you got to do.
You're going to do it, right?
Yeah,
do it 100%.
Do it right, buddy.
I'll show up
There
wearing
you
the
go.
big football pads with the spikes every day.
What's Canseco doing? Canseco can inject you in the butt and everything and make it complete. All right, the last person you're going to want playing pranks on you is a doctor, especially if they're a gynecologist. Yeah, this happened. I'll tell you all about it at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it, but you can get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Innovation, resilience, agility. It's how Michigan businesses work together and continue to build the future. Our expertise, talented workforce, and collaborative environment are making a difference now and shaping the future. Join us and make your mark where it matters. Visit michiganbusiness.org/radio to put your plans in motion. That's michiganbusiness.org/radio.